So, all right, let's get started. First question, Prince or Michael Jackson?
Michael.
Michael, okay, you said that kind of quick, but a little hesitation there because there's no wrong answer here. So that was easy, huh?
That was very easy.
Very easy. Okay. All right. I'm learning that depending on generation that I ask that question to, it's usually easier for them to say Michael Jackson. And if they're like, maybe you're a millennial.
I'm Generation X,
Oh,
actually.
you Gen X. What? Girl, you
Yeah,
look good. You
thank
right
you.
there. You up there with me? I didn't think you was with me. Okay, so the Gen X people always chat. They're like a lot of times they're like, I don't know, because we grew up with them differently than some other people did. But
Right.
so yeah, and that's not the only reason I thought that you actually look amazing.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I'm a little jealous.
So you look good too, girl. Shoot, I
All
wouldn't
right.
talk you as Gen X either.
Oh, look at you being nice. Okay, thank you though. I'll take that and I'll take it and take it in for real. So anyway, let's get
Absolutely.
started. This is the music round. We always start with the music round because we start off with Prince and Michael Jackson always in this. This is something I came up with when I was at a social event and it was pretty dull. And I decided, you know
Hmm.
what? We're going to have some fun. I asked everybody this question and then everyone just started coming up with their own this or that question, mostly with music. And then later on, I established a couple of podcasts, and this was something I would do
Hmm.
at the end, and everybody loved it. So I thought, let's just do it in the beginning. Let's just have fun getting to know people
I
first.
like it. Good
Good.
concept.
Glad you
Very
like it.
engaging. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, easy for people, especially those who are new to getting interviewed. So this is really easy. And I want our group to know, like I said, get to know first, know the people in the group, our different members, then begin to like them, which is what this is going to do because we connect with certain people, and those are the ones who you want to do business with. You don't have to
That's right.
be with everyone, but it's good to know who you connect with. So next is Jill Scott or Erica Badu.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Erica.
All right, okay. That wasn't an easy one. I see you
Yeah,
took
that
a
one wasn't
moment.
easy because they are like neck and neck with everything.
Yeah, yeah, I see
Yeah.
that. I see that. Now, I probably would go with Jill Scott, but yeah, I hear you though. Classic R&B or hip hop.
Definitely classic R&B for me.
All right. Yep, yep, yep. Let's go on to round two. This is real quick, okay? Round
Mhm.
two is the foodie round. Food
Okay.
truck or sit down restaurant.
Sit down restaurant. I'm old
Do you like
fashioned.
Okay, do you like food trucks though?
I do. I do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I enjoy I enjoy patronizing them because I know like what goes into it even more now than I did years ago. But I patronize them because I appreciate and I understand it's a lot to overcome. Most people who are food trucks opted for food trucks because it was easier or they failed at doing restaurants and then they did food truck and did better. So I get it. So I love them.
Yeah. You like me. I love the whole small business entrepreneur world, people in it. I understand them. It's something that I've been in for a while. So I look at it from that angle, similar to how I think you're looking at it. So,
Mhm. Imma
yeah.
always root for the underdog, always.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And sometimes food trucks are the way to go and stay. You
Really?
don't always
Yes.
have to be aspiring to have a restaurant, and sometimes those who left the restaurant because they had to and they got into this food truck business, they're happy, happy.
Exactly, exactly,
So,
and then they never look back, you're right.
and some of them have some really good food. They're not all on the same level, but some of them, they know what they're doing. So,
Mhm.
okay, back with the foodies, staying with the foodies,
Okay.
taco or wings?
Oh, wings.
All right. Love me
Wings.
some tacos. I love me some tacos. But yeah, I mean, these are not, like I said, there's no wrong answers. Um, fresh fruit or popcorn.
Fresh fruit all day, every day.
There you go. There you go. Yes. All right, round 3, entrepreneur life. First one, build a business from scratch or buy an existing business and grow it.
Build a business from scratch because I love a challenge.
Good, good. All right. $1 million or 1 million business connections. That's a good one.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna go with the $1 million because you didn't say who the business connections are. Because sometimes you can get a million people that don't know what they're doing, but I know what to do with $1 million, so Imma go with the million.
That's true. And then you never know what could, like you said, who they are, so you don't know what the connections might bring.
Mhm.
Um, if they were really good connections and they were my target audience, maybe I might be torn. But yeah, I'm with you. All right, give me the money. Show me the money, right?
Show me the money.
All right, watch a business watch a business documentary or something a word you just used, an underdog movie.
Underdog movie.
What's your
Underdog
favorite
movie.
one? You have a favorite one?
I don't really have a favorite one, but I think I live it enough to, I'm the bounce back queen. I've, bounced back from some crazy obstacles. I'm talking about almost dying, a bad marriage. Like I've come back from it all. So my whole life is a movie. So any underdog movie I can appreciate. I do like what's the one about the horse? Uh I can't think of the name of it right now, but
I
that's one of
I
my
I
favorite
know what you're
ones.
talking about. I can't remember the name of it because I was thinking of the Rudy, the football movie, that's the first
Oh,
underdog movie I thought of. Because there's a lot of 'em. I'm like you, I'm like, I know I like them. I just can't think of the names of all of them. But I'm with you. I
yeah,
like business. I like those business documentaries too. I love seeing
yeah,
how people did it. There's one
yeah.
called I think the podcast is called How They Did It or something like that. And it's really interesting to see like these different businesses that are millionaire, $1 million, $1 billion businesses and where they came from. And it's good tips in there. So I like those. I like those podcasts. So I probably would like the movies probably better, but yeah, yeah, these are not like I said, no wrong answers. I'm just thinking about these answers for myself while I
Right.
answer. So wild card, the round 4 final round is the wild card round. And the first question is work on airplanes or work on AI technology.
Oh, that's a hard one for me because I'm graduating in July as an aviation mechanic. So that is a real hard one
I
for
did
me.
my homework. I wanted
Uh,
them to be relatable.
okay, because I was like, ain't no way that's a random question, but I love it. Honestly though, aviation is a career field I chose because I knew that it would get me into a segue where I could fund some other things, and plus I've been in aviation for 20 years. But I'm gonna say I am so addicted to AI tech. I love it. 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 I'm addicted. So I'm gonna have to go with AI tech, even though I'm a mechanic.
I'm AI, I love AI as well, so I get that, and one thing I like that you said, um, a lot of the women I work with are women who have full-time jobs and also are working on their passion project, their side
Mhm.
business. They're looking to convert to full-time entrepreneurs, but for now, they're working a job because they need to fund it and fund themselves
Got
until they
to.
get it started and not make silly decisions because it's all about the money with their business. Now they can really
Mhm.
make the right decisions. So when you said that, I thought that's something a lot of people don't get. They think that they just have to jump out there like I did 20 years ago, step out on faith, and it's been a roller coaster ride. And
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
finally for the last maybe 5 years started not being so much of a shaky thriller roller coaster ride,
Right, right,
So
right.
and having that extra income, is important and it makes you have less stress and peace.
Mhm.
Even though you think I'm gonna be working a lot, I have to work a job and that's why some of my clients come to me because I help them with time management and figuring out ways like using AI to make it
Mhm.
easier. So keep that job. That's all I'm gonna say. That's
Yep.
what I tell people. I say, keep the job, especially if it's something that you like enough. And, at least at the bare minimum, like enough. And then you
Right.
can go ahead and work on that passion project and do it right. Right?
That's
You
right.
agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
100%.
figured you would agree just on that answer. I wasn't planning on going there, but when you said that, I said, "Oh, I have to say this." Okay, so early morning productivity or late night creativity.
Late night creativity. I have never been a morning person, but I will stay up until 6 o'clock in the morning, but I won't get up at 6 o'clock in the
Oh, that's
morning.
so funny. I asked the other guest from yesterday, would she go to bed at wake up at 3:30 or go to bed at 3:30? And so it's funny, you're all the opposite because she was like, waking
Mhm.
up at 3:30. I'm a morning person, but I remember days when I did both. When you're
Mhm.
an entrepreneur, especially when you start off, some people, when I was young too, I was being freer sooner than I should have. So there were times when I was forced to stay up really late to get a project done
True.
by the deadline. But that's the one thing about being an entrepreneur. You have that kind of freedom. You might have to work a little harder if you played one day. But
Yep.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Late night creativity.
Late at
Sometimes
night.
you might get a little
Every
more
look,
creative at night.
every podcast I've ever done or orchestrated has always been called late night hype. And it's just because I blossom, I come out by the night. It's not a
Mm.
mystery thing, it's not a lustful thing, it's just that that's when my synapses is at its peak at night. I'm just, and I understand most business owners and gurus say, getting up in the morning is a part of the formula
Mhm.
and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
but I just haven't been able to incorporate it, and I've been okay, and I do understand, like you said, sometimes it does call for getting up in the morning, and I answer the call when I have to, but if I don't
Mhm.
have to, then I'm not. So, that's it.
And that's a good point you made. It's really everyone's different. You don't have
Mhm.
to stick with yes, for a lot of people, being productive, getting up early in the morning and doing, whatever you do, getting it over with, that's fine. But you could do that in the evening too. You
Yes.
could very well because one of the benefits of being up that early is no one else is up early with you usually and asking you questions or calling you. So you got a lot of
Right.
quiet time, and that can happen at night too. So some people are just naturally morning people, and sometimes some people are natural night owls. So that's
Nocturnal,
a
yep,
good
that's
point
right.
to say that because there are people like, I just can't do it. I can't get up. I'm not going to be a great business person because I can't get up at 4 in the morning. So you don't have to though. Stay
You
up late
don't.
to 4, like you said. Which
Mhm.
I can't see myself out doing anymore. I hope I don't have to. Oh, that I was at a younger time. I didn't care about it. I could sleep less, but now I want to sleep more. So anyway, people who make excuses or people who complain without solution. Oh, I love this one.
Mm.
You heard it.
Imma go with excuses because they know, but the other people, they have no intention. You got one person that knows,
Oh,
but you have the other people that have no intention. They just like hear themselves talk. The other people, they know, so therefore they can do. So,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
if you have an excuse, that means you knew better, but you chose the excuse. But if you keep complaining without solutions, that means you really don't intend. You just like the conversations that are held around that complaint or the attention you get from having those complaint centered conversations. Yeah, I
Mm,
cannot
mm,
stand
mm,
a person without solutions is a negative person. Those are people that you don't wanna be around
mhm.
because they have no intentions of really healing or moving on. They just stay stuck, and you cannot be around stuck people. So,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you definitely should pay attention to the people around you. Even though I know that's been said 100 or and more times, but you definitely have to watch that because that can affect you in various ways. Um, at least on the same level. I mean, of course, you want to find people that's already done it and that can help guide you potentially or just motivate you. But
mhm,
those who, are struggling or just like you said, just talk, 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 never have anything to say in regards to how to make it happen.
They are a cancer. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are a cancer. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
they can be
sure.
really negative, they could just really be negative sometimes, I think.
'Cause they
So get
those people are energy vampires, and what their desire is to do is to transfer the way that they feel onto you. So
mm,
now they got you feeling all uptight and upset and stuff like that. Where the person who has excuses, they can be left to their own devices because they know
mm,
better. So it's like,
yeah,
okay, well, if you have an excuse, that means you knew. So, you understand whatever your fate is of your own doing. So I'm okay with that person because they know. But the other person is, to me, if you complain, 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 you're a little bit more deliberate
mm,
in your
mm.
own demise. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's profound, seriously, that's something to think about. It's really something to think about, like I said, who you around and what's really going on when you're dealing with people like that. It's
Mhm.
interesting, a lot
Yep.
of our I think we answered 50-50, right? But on
Mhm.
the really important stuff, we were right there,
For
and that's
sure.
that's really pretty cool. So I enjoyed this a lot. And as promised, it is time to promote, promote, promote. Tell us about you,
Yes.
what you do, explain. It's your time to shine.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. This is very fun. I love this format, and so I hope you keep going, going, going. This is awesome. Um, what I do is I am a connector, and the people that I connect are business owners. I connect event hosts, which is a type of business owner, but a different one, and then a person that does same day pay. So just say you do Uber or um DoorDash or something like that. So you're looking for same day pay opportunities. But with this same day pay opportunities, you need to be have a little bit of sales skills with this. So what I do, RevoVend is called RevoVend because it's revolutionary vending. If you are a vendor, if you attend vendor events, but you're kind of boxed into going into your regional areas because you really can't afford to travel. What RevoVend does is a platform that facilitates you to be able to use logistics and use our platform to train somebody in another local area to represent your brand and replace you. And you're kind of moving like the big corporations because big corporations do it all the time. This is not a new concept, but this is a concept where it brings it down to the small business and the micro business and low barrier of entry. As low as like $40, you can get into an event. Of course, you have to take care of your own logistics. But let's just say
Mhm.
I'm in Charlotte and you are in where are you?
Chicago.
In Chicago, you have a expo that's coming up there. If I flew or drove my products and services to
Mhm,
Chicago, I'm going to be out of probably about $600. So I need to at
mhm,
least make 1,200 at that event for it to make
mhm.
sense.
Yeah.
Now, I could probably spend about $300 if I go through RevoVan, I coordinate shipping my products there and and I pick someone that I see fit to run my business and represent my business. I train them for about a week or so, get them ready, and I pay them to represent my business. Now I have brand presence in Chicago and I didn't have to leave my home. So that's
Wow.
what RevoVend does, and it's amazing. I use a lot of AI technical formulas to make it to where you have a CRM that's a data center where you can
Yeah.
see the events that are coming up, you can see the ones that you're active and you can see your revenue stream. So it's amazing. So I encourage you all, if you have a product or service, you
Mm,
don't even have to have a physical product. It could be a service and we can set you up a
mm.
table with information, QR codes,
Yeah,
all that good stuff. Very cheaper on the shipping, better
yeah.
lower overhead. So yeah, so that's what I do. I'm sorry that wasn't my elevator pitch, but that's the way that I could
No,
kinda
no,
address it.
no. You
And then
hey, you paid the price playing the game, so you had that was
absolutely.
you that was perfect, and I wanted you to explain that in detail because this is a fairly new concept.
Yes.
I understand it totally, and I see the benefits is even in the playing field, on some levels.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
there are a lot of people I know who would benefit from this and who and it
Yes.
could be great candidates on the other end too. So connecting these two
Right.
people, giving these businesses opportunity to gain more exposure, to grow their business. How long have you been doing this?
I've started this in September, but I'm working on getting a team now, so we're starting to expand. But I did want to make a point that it's for it, that's the main benefit for business owners. But if you're a host and you do events and you're having problems selling out all of your tables, that's where RevoVend helps you. And for
Oh,
people, right? So, and for people who do Uber and stuff like that, but you have sales skills, then you, instead of doing Uber and driving people around all day, why not make $100, $200 at a vendor event and get exposed to a great networking opportunity and get some training? You might even find something that you want to do, within the business arena
mhm.
and still get that quick same day cash. So that's where it benefits all the three. But to answer your question, I've been doing it since September of 2025, and it's been slow because it takes so much education for people to understand it, because some people just can't part. Vendors especially, they love their products, they love what they do, especially if it's handcrafted
Mm,
product. They have
mm,
an attachment to their
yeah,
product where unfortunately they don't allow themselves to really scale in that arena because
mm,
they can only
mm.
go afford to go in a certain. So I'm just trying to open it up and give people
Yeah, yeah.
opportunities. So yeah.
It's hard for small businesses to scale in general,
Mhm.
not just
Yes.
on this level because of that, them not understanding how to set up processes, have step by steps, so that they can bring someone in. And then like they're just it's just it's and that's the reason why it's scary for them to let someone
Mhm.
else take a part in what they're doing because it's hard. It's like, first of all, I need to put the time together to put something together to train them and get them instead of having that step by step already set up, which we all should be doing no matter what
Mhm.
level you're on. And so
Right.
that's why it's hard to scale. But I think what I would say, if I was you were working with me, I would probably suggest this. I would suggest focusing on the like low hanging fruit, only.
Yes.
That's really, really, really concentrating on those, and those are service-based businesses that use, that are, regulars at vendor events. And
Mhm.
that way you omit some of those little issues, like, you know what I mean, that you were just talking
Right.
about. And
Yes.
of course, you ultimately want them all, eventually, but to
Right.
really just get the foot in the door and to really get it going and to get some people to use this, and definitely those who wanna be on the end, those Uber people that'll be on the other end that, wanna see some regular business, this would be a way to kind of make sure you have that before you start working
Yes.
on those kinks. And that was my
Yeah.
2 cents. I'm not gonna do more than that because I
I
know how
love
I
it.
am. I will just
Smart
go.
people always give me the best feedback. I'm telling you, there has not been a conversation that I haven't had with someone who was business savvy that I haven't taken note and applied it in some way. So I'm always taking note, and I appreciate that feedback.
LaShawn, you are so smart yourself. Just the fact that
Thank
you
you.
know that. Everything that you've been saying, it's so refreshing to hear someone else, you know, um, put that information out too, to share what I believe. It's like you're preaching to the choir, which I love. I love
Yes.
that. And that's one thing that I've learned recently too, that I've been like this for a while. It's similar to what you just said. I'm always open to learning, from
Yes.
whoever. My daughter's 21, and I'm always open to her sharing something with me that I can
Yes.
learn. And we should
Absolutely.
just think about it. People are seeing things from different perspectives, and there's a lot of
Mhm.
smart people out there. You never know who can teach you something. So that's
That's
one of the
right.
things you said today that is so spot on. I've truly enjoyed getting to know you. I hope we stay connected. And if you have anything
Absolutely.
else you want to share before we go, please do right now. Anything else?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
where do they
sure. I
find
have a
you?
lot. I
Where
have
do
a lot
people
to share.
find you? Like, how do they get started? Are you
Yes,
I mean, are you a website? Are you an app? Give us
I
the last.
do.
Yeah.
I'm both. So it's a web app. And the reason why I didn't make it exclusively an app because it works better on desktops. So it's RevoVend app.com, RevoVend app.com. And the cool thing about it is there's nothing that you pay until you actually try to book an event. But once you get onto the platform, we are getting into radio. We also have a podcast, which I'd like to get you on as well. It's RevoVend Town Hall. And so if people do have a product or service, we actually can like help them sell that on live. It's kind of like a little bit of a QVC format, but I made it portable. And then the other thing is RevoVend magazine. And so you get access to that right away with no cost. Basically, we want to make sure that everybody on the platform gets some type of exposure. So we built that in. Now, if you decide to try it, we have things small. You can start up with, like I said, $40 will get you into a smaller event. It will get you a portion of a table where we go ahead and prepay for a table, and we say 5 or 6 vendors can come put a sample amount of products on the table, and we have
I
somebody
love that.
represent all of those brands there. So that's called a collective. So it's a lot of information. But aside that, I'm an inventor. So I did want to put this out there. I have a product called Weed Orbit. So if you do vinyl t-shirts and things of that nature, you know how tedious the weeding process can be. I invented a tool to help with that. So just message me or email me or contact me. But I'm always doing something. I always got my hands into something. But RevoVend is my baby right now that I'm trying to birth into something amazing. Um, and this interview was great, high energy. I totally appreciate it. And thank you so much for this opportunity. This was amazing. We'll definitely stay connected.
Yes, and thank you again, and thank you everyone in the Black-owned professional business group for watching us. And make sure you connect with LaShon Smith. She has a lot to offer, so do not hesitate to check her out on one of her platforms, and we will definitely have all her information in the description. Until next time, I wish you much success on every step of your journey. Have a great
Thank
day,
you
good
so
evening.
much.
Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.